There has been a tremendous amount of aggregation of brokerages over the last decade. ILStv spoke with John MacArthur, the chairman of AMAC Consultants Incorporated, to find out what events inspired this trend.
As far as brokers are concerned, I mean, there has been a tremendous amount of aggregation of brokers in the last decade. When my previous partner and I founded AMAC, the typical well-run brokerage changed hands for 1.5 times plus or minus the net tangible assets. And most of the work we did initially, we did for vendors, retirement age brokers who were interested in realizing on their asset. Then the consolidators started rampaging across the country. Equisure, Vector, Canada Broker Link, Hub, which was a different sort of consolidator. And it got to the point where it was almost impossible for us to obtain listings because we would call a broker who had been interested in selling, and he would say, well, John, why would I pay you a commission? I've had 3 calls this week from people who want to buy my business. And then the regional brokers started to become frustrated because they were being shut out. They weren't getting the opportunity, and they started retaining us. So over the last 8 years, most of the work we have done has been on behalf of purchasers. That is starting to change. We've recently picked up a few listings, but in the main, over that period of time, we were acting for purchasers, and the price buoyed up from the 1.5 times to the range of 3 times.
Wow.
And we have also seen here in British Columbia the price of auto plan licenses increase from around $75,000 to, I hear, most recent sale was $670,000. So one wonders, you know, with the economic downturn, the credit crisis, the fact that the banks, despite federal bank reducing interest rates, they are actually bumping their previous acquisition loans a point and a half above prime, where they originally had the loan fixed. And they can do that because it's a promissory note, and they just say, you know, we have some good news and we have some bad news. The bad news is we're calling your note. The good news is we can replace the facility, but we're going to replace it at a higher interest rate.
Yeah.